connecting and just bringing out the best versions of ourselves in terms of how we were created by God and also how we have grown up in our society.
We are about finding a safe space. Finding a space where you can have a voice, where you can find a tribe that you can identify with, finding a space where your quirkiness or your awkwardness can be normalized, where you realize, oh, I'm not alone. Because here authentic stories are shared, real situations where we're not afraid to be vulnerable, such stories are also shared, and a place where love is not a bad thing. It's actually the essence of us being together.
Queens are about 2 words: open conversation.
I'm sure you've seen a video making rounds, eh? This amazing woman who's a super MC in weddings. I believe it's in the coast.
Okay.
She's amazing, giving advice, giving tips for free.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you do not have a tree to sit under and to hear from your grandmothers.
Be good.
This is for free. So, you told mwanamke hali Twitter, hali Instagram, hali social media. You have to prepare yourself. When he comes in the evening, he's thinking, buffet, where do I start? So, what are you preparing?
Me right there, when I heard that, I was like, oh my.
Growing up is a bit different. I grew up with a dad who believed in media fault. My dad is my biggest supporter. I learned how to sweep a house from my dad. At the same time, I learned how to ride a bike from my dad. My mom was a working woman. My dad came home earlier than my mom. So I think my dad just propped me up to, become anything that I want to be. So there was nothing that was like, there was no bars held. You go do it.
Swala, need to do it.
Ndio hiyo basi.
How has this affected your relationships? Let me sit properly.
Ooh, I think I need a sip of water, like on a serious
No. This is where we have candida.
It has been a really interesting journey, Mercy. You know my story, so it has been really an interesting journey because you get to really find interesting men who really like you and probably even want to date you and take you places. But then now when it comes to defining who you are, for them to accept all this that grace is becomes difficult because
this is my
vocal
question.
anyway.
Does going through stuff make you a different person? Like, do you come out of it not just stronger, but do you become a different person in your thinking, in your approach to life?
I think I did blackout, and by the time I was coming to recollection, I was like, people were surrounding me, and then I was like, what just happened? So the shock was like, first and foremost, how did I black out? People who I felt they cared for me took me to the hospital, and of course the nurses checked out everything. If everything was in place, they took the DNA, whatever. And now it was about either pressing the charges for this guy, and I was confused because these were my friends, these were like my sisters.
And forgiveness may look like weakness.
Yeah.
And like, you don't want to take revenge, how can you let someone get away with that? But I'm looking at it and I'm like, the kind of strength it takes to forgive.
Actually, the strength of a woman is measured not through the things they go through or the things we've gone through, but how we rise up from the ashes.
Who's the funniest? Who's the goofiest?
These two.
Who's the most serious?
And this one. These two.
Who has the best fashion sense?
In different elements.
Who's the most girly girly?